We know the excitement around MCP's potential. It's fast, it's flexible, it makes integrating with other services and building workflows feel effortless. At the same time, because MCPs are so powerful, they can also be a security risk. Teams shouldn't have to choose between innovation and protection. They should have both. And our vision here at Native is a future where you can harness MCP's power with complete peace of mind, where every interaction is authenticated and every capability is transparent and every action is governed with the right level of control. In today's rapidly evolving AI landscape, are you confident that your MCP integrations are secure? As more teams plug AI into their working lives, a single weak point in your MCP can expose far more than you realize. Unsecured MCP interactions can expose sensitive data, disrupt operations, and just completely destroy trust. And because MCP adoption is skyrocketing, security can't be something that you just add later. Every integration, every tool binding, and every endpoint call extends the attack vector on your solutions. Even something as simple as a poorly permissioned tool can lead to data leakage, silent privilege escalation, or unintended actions executed on behalf of your users. The risks can add up very quickly. Let's have a look at what great would look like. The same principles we already use when building or using our systems, things like least privilege, separation of concerns, and strong controls over high-risk actions. So we should try to apply these when working with our MCP servers. Don't expose every type of access through the same MCP tool. And to help with this, we separate these capabilities into 3 clear tiers. The first tier would be public data access, low risk and read-only information. The second would be private data access, sensitive or even customer information. And the third would be action capability, the ability to change, update, or trigger processes. By treating these as separate layers and not one big blended permission set, we avoid accidental overreach and ensure that AI can only operate within the boundaries in which we intend. This is why it is important to not just pick up MCP servers without understanding what their boundaries are. This is where leadership matters. MCP adoption isn't just a tooling decision, it's a trust decision. And the choices you make now define how safely AI can act on behalf of your organization. Leaders need to ask the right questions early, things like what can the MCP see, what can it change, and who is accountable when it acts. Security teams and platform teams need to share a mental model of MCP risks, not after something goes wrong, but before the first MCP server is even plugged in. MCPs are here to stay. How responsibly they're used is a leadership choice. If you're exploring MCP servers, whether you're evaluating third-party services or thinking about building your own, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. At NewOrbit, we actively have these conversations with teams who want to move fast and stay secure. And we also happen to be security geeks, so we tend to ask the uncomfortable questions before they actually become real problems. Sometimes that's reviewing MCP boundaries, sometimes it's helping define subject matter experts, authentication approaches, or even governance models, and sometimes it's just purely sanity checking decisions before they're locked in. We genuinely care about MCPs being used sensibly and safely across your ecosystem. So if this video raised any questions, sparked any concerns, or just made you think, then reach out and let's talk.